Am I in jail?
I look like a con artist. This, like that. Just even if you don't have the money. Can we take a break?
I watched the BS High HBO documentary on Bishop Sycamore, and it's just some things I can't believe transpired. Of course, we remember when Bishop Sycamore played IMG on ESPN, they got absolutely destroyed. Players were getting injured left and right. The team mom was the athletic trainer and she had no equipment. And after that game, info started to leak like Bishop Sycamore wasn't a real high school. They had 20-year-olds playing for them. But I really didn't dig too much into the story, so this documentary kind of laid everything out for me. Roy Johnson, the head coach / founder of Bishop Sycamore, sold a dream to football players, telling them that if they played for him, he'll get them D1 offers. Also telling them that they'd be able to take classes to earn credits. And it was all a facade, man. These young men didn't even take classes. He had players living in hotels that he never paid for. He could barely afford to feed them. And when you're an athlete, nutrition plays a huge role in performance. Now, I just can't put this all on Roy Johnson. OSHA, the governing body of Ohio Scholastic Athletics, how did this slip through the cracks? Why did it take for Bishop Sycamore playing the game on ESPN for all of this to come to a stop? Parents of these young men, I know a lot of the players didn't have active parents, but for those who did, research had to be done on this. Same thing could be said for these young men. I mean, you got to do your research, but I do get it. When you're that young, you do make some mistakes. I believe tuition was $12K. I mean, he had people taking out loans for this. Bishop Sycamore had a 0% graduation rate for 3 years and no one batted an eye. I mean, Roy Johnson put bills in the name of his players. Roy Johnson said that Bishop Sycamore was a high school / prep school, and that's just not possible. For crying out loud, he had a player who played 2 years of JUCO and then came back and played against high schoolers. And I want to point out the guy who was sitting next to him, who was like his right hand man, he was a coach for the team as well. I forgot his name, but I don't know how you can go along with that. Roy Johnson had the vision of Bishop Sycamore being the IMG of Ohio, but didn't have the resources in order to execute the plan, but still went through with it even though he knew that it would negatively affect these young men.